Would you like to come and taste my food? Tasty just for you. I made this plate specially. I'm wearing red. Stay with me tonight. We can wash up another time. Eat with me all night. Steak souffle, bake a cake, roasted snake, pasta bake, fish called hake, tuna steak, salmon cake, fish in lake. Would you like to wipe my mouth for me? Dribble on my sleeve. I know that you're hungry for my treats. Come and suck them up. I'll show you how to make a duck. Chickens like to cluck. Do you want to have a chocolate feast? Getting baked all eve. Steak souffle, bake a cake, roasted snake, pasta bake, fish called hake, tuna steak, salmon cake, fish in lake.
Bonjour, j'aime ça va. Voulez commander doigt rôti avec un grand verre de vin rouge. J'ai également recommandé la salade verte. Merci beaucoup. Je vais payer le montant total et peut-être même un peu plus d'argent que vous demandez parce que vous êtes un homme très handsome.
Steak souffle, bake a cake, roasted snake, pasta bake, fish called hake, tuna steak, salmon cake, fish in lake. Steak souffle, bake a cake, roasted snake, pasta bake, fish called hake, tuna steak, salmon cake, fish in lake. It's amazing.
Oh, I have 10 toes, 10 fingers, breathing, and have hair. What is he? What is Stormy? Hello, Stormy. Hello, Zach. Hello, Cryptid. Hello, Fat AIDS Dog. Hello, Ben. Hello, Nico. Hello, Puddle. Hello, Abby. Hello, Mira. Hello, Texie. Hello, Herbie. Hello, Gamma. Hello, Fox. Hello, Castro. Hello, Hater. Spits on you. Fuck you. Hello, Ryan. Stormy is a bubby. That's what Stormy is. He's a bubby. Oh. Thank you, Smiggle Diggle, for the $10. And Stormy has now been banished. Smiggle Diggle, thank you for the $10. Thank you for banishing Stormy. Stormy Skeletons. Stormy Bubby. See you next month. True. True. Smiggle Diggle comes around to just donate $10 to ban somebody. To ban a beloved person. It was a bad idea for me to let you guys have free reign over what intro song we use. It was probably not the best idea. How is everybody doing? Get snacks. This is a long one. This is a long one. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be fun because we're going to watch probably some evil shit happen, man. All right. I picked the first song that showed up. Yeah, and it was fucking evil. There was rapping. There was everything, actually. To be honest, there was everything. This song? Yeah, this song is long as shit. Rap music. Hello, Cal. Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. This song, it's awesome. That's what it is. Well, you missed the other song, Cal. You missed the other song. I let everybody have a... I said you can have an intro song, and it was not a good idea. They decided to just give me evil music. Well, Hater, what do you mean not? This one's 12 days ago. This is a very recent video. Plus, I don't know anything about the art commentary community very much, so this is like a learning experience for me. Maybe for you guys too. Maybe for you guys too. What are we going to be doing? We're going to be reacting to this video, and then when we're done with this video, people better stick around, all right? Because I'm going to be... It's Spurgs. I mean, yeah, that's what I've gotten. That's what I've learned. I can give some context if you want. It's a content gold mine. That's what I'm saying. The art commentary community is a gold mine. Dicker's already watched it. It's what she's probably talking about. Ah, I see. We need to restore the ACC. Well, if Marcus reacts, I'll react in a way that's going to restore the ArtCC. Okay, the last song was long, and then the first one was short, but it was weird. So everybody who put a song in, I'll play it later. But probably not now. You hear me? Birmingham is fucking shithole. Go meet Leo Convoy? Who's Leo Convoy again? I don't know Leo Convoy, but stick around, okay, Chad? Just a reminder, stick around, because I am going to be test running the mods, the two different mods that we're choosing between for the the Pixelmon server, the Minecraft server, all right? So you guys got to stick around because you guys are going to want to see what's in the server, what's in both of the mods, so you guys can pick and choose which one you guys want. Either Pixelmon or Cobblemon, okay? Leo is one of the last ACC survivors. What about Go Cato, bro? Yeah, and Minecraft server is 18 plus. I can't join. No, you can't join because you're not paying. It's because you're not paying. It's not 18 plus. it's Pixelmon. It's not like it's not like evil. It's just you're not paying for it. He added me randomly when I joined a server. Well, I wonder why.
Better known as the ArtCC, was a community consisting of people that created videos talking about whatever internet drama they wanted to.
We might put this on a little bit higher speed because it is a 2-hour long video.
Mainly consisting of background footage of a person drawing an art piece. While it sounds innocent enough, most people who are familiar with this side of the internet know it as one of, if not the most cancerous community.
Well, to be fair, Hater, I guess that is fair. You are probably not the right. I probably shouldn't allow like minors into the Minecraft server. That just probably should be rule of thumb. 2, you aren't actually paying for it. So I mean, either way, you weren't gonna get in regardless. But that is a good rule of thumb. I'm 13. Well, that's okay, Zach.
That has ever graced mainstream YouTube eyes. As when investigating this corner of the internet, I found myself story after story of some of the most insane people I have ever laid witness to. This is the entire rise and fall of the ArtCC. Given that internet drama is what got people to gather around a community, it comes as no one's surprise that the rise of the ArtCC is mainly fed by this constant cycle of drama. Well,
that
there
is
are
true.
a multitude of stories that can be talked about that help multiple creators in those spaces grow their internet careers.
Zach Lang.
There's a smaller handful that stick out from the rest that really emphasize the power and influence this side of the internet had at the time, such as one revolving around an internet personality named Madame. Now, Madame got her start on the site as a self-described...
Yeah, you know what, Hater? Actually, I'll let you have special access to the server, and it'll literally just be a... I'll have my friend program like a small box that you can play in, but you can't leave, and everybody else can play outside of it. Hello, Jimbo. Jimbo, remember to stick around today so you can see the 2 different servers, because I know you said you don't know anything about the 2, so you'll be able to see. How much dono to pay for Haters access? Can I come? I'm not even... You want to pay for Haters access? You guys actually want to pay? You guys actually want to pay for Haters access server? That sounds evil. It sounds evil but wholesome at the same time. It sounds super wholesome but also really evil. Can I come? It depends, Fat AIDS Dog. It depends. For right now, like I said previously, for now, the Minecraft server is going to be early access to anybody paying for the $10 membership. So like Puddle, who is it? Puddle, Mira, Big Aaron, Ryan Thomas, Cryptid, Abby. They'll have the early access to the server. And of course, my wife will, because, you know, she doesn't need to pay. But other than that, that's going to be early access. They're going to have early access server. They can do whatever they want for about, I want to say like about a month. So everybody can kind of get everything situated, and then we'll add in the $5 membership members, and you guys can come in and do whatever you want.
Leafy clone. Obviously inspired by former YouTuber Leafy is here when it came to the kind of style her content was like. And her channel was doing alright with her getting an influx of subscribers sometime in mid-2018.
Princess
but it wasn't
Ash?
until the next year where she would really hit her stride on the platform, getting around 50k subscribers in August 2019.
Madam? Who is this? What? I only know that one bitch. Isn't she? She's like fat and she creepy something? Creep something? I don't play Minecraft on my laptop, so I can give mine to Fat AIDS Dog. Oh. Oh, if you don't play Minecraft on your laptop, then I mean if Fat AIDS Dog is able to play it on their laptop, sure, you can pay for Fat AIDS Dog access. Creepshow Arts. That's the one I know. I know Hopeless Peaches and Creepshow Art. That's the only 2 I know. That's the only 2 I know. And then I know Goat. That's like it.
Of course, in that graph, you saw a decrease in subscribers around September going into October. As just as fast as she rose onto the scene, she already found herself in a massive controversy within a few short months. It all started when she uploaded her video I Paid for Onision's Patreon on June 23rd, 2019.
Rowboats!
A video where she paid $5 to join his Discord server and questioned him directly for false copyright striking some videos she made on him, eventually announcing in her video that she would be suing him for what he did.
Oh, maybe
She
I've
would
heard
even
of
pin a
this.
comment for people to donate to her Patreon so she can do so, and claim future progress in a lawsuit would be updated for her patrons only. All seemed to be going well for her. She was one of the first people to attempt to step up to an infamous content creator on YouTube. Her channel was flourishing, and she was even upgrading her content with new character stills to build her brand further. Well, it turns out that these character stills were actually drawn for free by a fan
Let me
of
know
the
if you
fan
want
after she contacted-
context. Lonza skips a lot. Okay. Well, I don't know if we need intense context for most of these guys, because I'm assuming there's a lot of people. We're talking about a couple people here. So this one should be fine.
contacted them on Instagram looking to add some extra flavor to her content. The artist didn't have PayPal, so they had no way of getting any money from it, but they would agree that Madame would shout them out and credit them in the video she uses them in. This ended up with Madame using it in that thumbnail earlier but not crediting them, so the artist will end up writing in the comments asking her to properly credit them in the video. This would annoy Madame because they've spoken in DMs before, and so she would make a
Nico?
few 3,000
Hold on, that was Nico. That looked like Nico Cat. That looked like Nico Cat. What the hell? Nico?
artists talking about her annoyance for why they didn't just DM them on Discord but instead took it to the public. She would show off a handful of DMs between the two of them and call it
Beckett is technically ACC as well? Really?
Kind of just ranting on, petting them like they were stupid.
Huh.
Overall, it was just a small situation that while Madame should have made a video about given how rather pointless and simple the situation was to begin with, wasn't nothing entirely bad. Well, that is until Madame, who was still upset about the artist taking things to the public, would throw a fit because they talked about the situation with friends.
Welcome
and it
back,
started to grow
Stormy.
Within that group. Madame would twist this as the artist sending people to go harass her and start to rant in her comment section to people criticizing her about not giving credit in the first place, showing just how out of bent she was getting over what was just normal internet critiquing because of this misunderstanding.
What do you mean, where's Nico Cat from? That's Nico. That's Nico Cat. That's just Nico Cat. That's Nico. Look, it's a cat. Its name is Nico. That's Nico Cat. What you mean, bruh? What you mean, bruh? It's Nico Cat, bruh. The lore goes even deeper. Oh, I see. It's Nico's TV show. If Mira and Cal want to come on, they can. If they want to explain the lore, they can do that if they want. Hi. Hello, Nico.
Instead of slowing down, she would take this a step further and escalate things some more, such as bragging about how much money she was making due to the recent success of her channel and kind of just being a dick about it. While this was looking like just another person being an asshole on the
Okay, well,
internet,
to be
Madame
fair,
would figure out how
they're a woman, right? So I mean, like, this is to be expected.
to ramp things up even further, threatening to release the artist's phone number for people to see in multiple
Oh.
messages online, encouraging her audience to do whatever they wanted with it if she were to drop it. The artist
You
name
want the harasser's number? Hell yeah! Give me that shit.
Summers, and at the time she was 15 years old, meaning that Madame was threatening to dox a 15-year-old over a tiny misunderstanding that was already rectified because she got caught up in her feelings. It
Hell
gets worse, though.
yeah!
She would end up following through and releasing the full phone number in question, thankfully turning out to be a fake, showing her intent to try and ruin a teenager's life over what is quite literally one of the pettiest situations I've ever covered on this channel. Now, the threat of someone using your personal information to hold it over your head as blackmail or to dox you, like with Summers in this case, is something that many people face in their time online. And in my line of work covering all
Probably
these
not
crazy
right now,
people, I face
Cryptid.
the same exact problems. I've had my
Probably
fair
when
share
we're
of false
doing,
alarms
if we're doing like the Minecraft stuff, you can call in and explain.
in the past, and it always seems to boil down to a bunch of data brokers selling my information online whoever they want without a care in the world, and that's why I use today's sponsor Aura so that I can help prevent that from happening. You see,
Chat, why is haters just mad because it's true, man? Haters just mad because it's true, man. Sorry that women have emotional responses. Sorry, hater. Jeez.
Aura here shows me where and who these data brokers are selling my information to and automatically submits opt-out requests so anything that ends up getting leaked will be taken down as soon as possible. I've used them in the past and continue to use them whenever I start getting
Perry doesn't stream anymore. Perry gave up. Hick Furry. I thought Perry is done. I thought Perry was like, that was his last stream. Was it not? Woman is the N-word of the world. That's true. It's a bit. Oh, it's a bit. Okay. I thought it was his last stream. People kept saying like, oh no, Perry's last stream. I'm like, what? What? Perry Minecraft Esex. Oh, true. I guess that is true. Hick Fury, you're never gonna have a Minecraft Esex in my Minecraft server. You can't have Minecraft Esex. He cries every stream. Perry talked about math so much he's done. I do love it that people will actually unironically just watch Perry play, like not play, but do math. Like I'll join in and he's just doing math. And I'm like, why are people here? Are they like helping him with his homework? Like, what is going on? He said he'd keep streaming if he made $300 in his next stream. What if he doesn't, dude? What the hell?
And they have significantly reduced the amount of spam emails in particular in my case. Like, let me show you an example. I used to get upwards of 5 spam emails a day on my personal email, and this past April, I only got 6 in total throughout the entire month. Now, saying that they all came within the same week tells me that something is up here, and so instead of me having to spend all this time trying to track where each and every email had come from and spend weeks dealing with some random data broker to get them to delete my info, Aura will handle all of that themselves.
Oh, this is a fucking
Aura has
ad for
other features
Aura,
too,
dude.
such
Fuck
as
that.
Antivirus, VPN, password management, might have 1 or 2 2-week trial, continue using Aura to protect myself online.
No
So
more
after trying to
Aura.
ruin Slumber's life for literally no reason, a lot of people on the internet will become aware of what she was like, and video after video talking about her antics would be posted to YouTube, with the most popular one by Ponder Sprocket getting over 1.5 million views on the site. It was needless to say that this drama blew up way bigger than anyone could have expected, and Madame was now facing the wrath of the users on the site, with her video about Slumers getting mass dislikes. Now that
Shove
people
my
heard about
foot
her
firmly
antics.
up his manlet
This would cause
ass
people
if he
to bring
stops.
up the Onision lawsuit situation again, as while she made small updates on Twitter saying she was going to follow up with it, nothing of any actual substance
Hey, I
had been
respect that,
elaborated
Hick.
upon,
I
causing
respect that,
people to
Hick
claim she was
Furry.
scamming her fans for easy money now. She would even say that she had to run away from the internet and go homeless because of all this newfound pressure, when in reality it's because a lot of people had some serious questions about her intentions after what happens with the Slumber situation. All this pressure would cause Madame to release a 2-hour response video called Apology for Everything on March 9th that year. in which she doesn't
Actually,
apologize for anything
Chad, if someone if I make $300, I'll quit working out and go full fat and get nice and plump for you guys.
and instead doubles down and blames things on cancel culture and rambles on for pretty much the entire runtime. The only section of any substance would be a small snippet talking about the Onision lawsuit situation, in which she says that she won't be updating anybody on it because they aren't owed anything from her.
From this day forward, I refuse to give an update about the lawsuit.
Brow
I expect
mode?
no video
Yeah,
from me,
pretty
even
much.
if I successfully sue him. Maybe one day people will change, and then I can share to the world something inspiring that can inform and help other small creators. But until then, expect nothing.
As you can guess, this didn't help quell the allegations she was stealing money from her subscribers, and even though she stated she flew to Washington State to properly start the legal process, nobody believed any of her word anymore after what had gone down. It will come out in December that year that despite running off with the money
So this
from the
one's not like this one's not a predator. This one's not fucking little kids, but this one's like evil. This one's like evil, like they steal money from fans. They didn't actually use the money for any lawsuit. They just took the money and ran. And then they tried to ruin a kid's life because they had a disagreement. Woman, that is a woman moment. Listen, I'll be honest. That is a woman moment. Oh, Marcus, you know better than to make those kind of deals while I'm in chat. Let me get my card real quick, fat boy. Yeah, if I make $300 today, chat, I will not go to the gym and I will straight up eat a nice juicy hamburger.
lawsuit, Madame was still begging people to buy her expensive stuff such as designer purses, and even implied that she would pay with nudes, either because she
Do
didn't
you
want
not have a stream elements? I am going to set one up, but my wife tried setting one up and she stupidly put my actual email in it. And I was like, bruh. Bruh. So I want to get one set up so it's not a lot easier, a lot nicer for people to be able to donate. Can a girl not have a moment? Well, listen, Mira, you can't lie. Like, this is definitely something. Cue the wife clip. That's why I beat her, Hick Furry. That's why I beat her. Listen, women act like this. Women get emotional, man. You piss a girl off and she might be in her mood, right? She might be in her mood. She might not be in a good position, to deal with it. All right? Can't blame her.
to use her own money
Yeah,
was already
Cryptic
broke,
got-
or a little bit of both. A situation from back in December 2018 would come to light as well, showing her running into supposed PayPal issues and not being able to pay an artist, so one of her fans would step in to cover.
I actually want to set up that for the 72-hour stream as well, because if people want to donate through like a better way instead of just purely through YouTube, then it should work out. I think from what I noticed, Stream Elements takes a smaller amount. I think Stream Elements takes a smaller amount. I have no clue though.
the bill, showing her unprofessional way going about internet business even before she blew up on YouTube. Now, despite Madame threatening Slumers and trying to ruin her entire career because of it, this actually wasn't the first time she threatened someone before, as she has threatened to dox former lovers of hers multiple times on Instagram before she blew up, painting them as if they're stalkers of her in an attempt to rile up her audience further. She would follow this up with another post stating that anyone
They
who
only
said yes
take
will be getting his
10%?
info shortly
Okay.
after, stating the police haven't done anything to help, and again states those who said yes will be getting a DM from her of his information soon alongside more allegations about him. She would then go on to ask people if they wanted her to drop his phone number and again state he's apparently tried to kill her before, and follows up going on to drop the number in similar fashion just like how she did with Summers, showing that this is a pattern of behavior from her. Madame would then dox his home live on her Instagram and threaten that in the next 24
doxing.
hours some next level shit is gonna happen to him.
Oh,
with the ex-boyfriend in question pointing out this is a very recent picture as it has pumpkins from Halloween on it.
Wait, she's doing the sniper wolf. She's taking picture of people's houses. This one, what? This woman's insane. His email was fucked up, man. Made me think of him in a different light, but I still love and support him.
And Google Maps wouldn't have updated it so soon on the site. It would also come out in August 2019, just before all this online drama went down, that she was planning to go kill him and then herself before being
What?
talked out of it by the aforementioned fan who
Wait, hold on. That's a little evil,
Halloween
don't
on
you
it, and
think?
Google Maps wouldn't have updated it so soon on the site. It would also come out in August 2019, just before all this online drama went down, that she was planning to go kill him and
Bottom line is, he's aware I'm gonna kill him in a few months or years, and I'm terrified. What? What? She's terrified, yet she's gonna do it? Don't do it then, man. Come on. Don't do it. Okay, maybe this isn't a woman moment. Maybe this is just a psycho moment. Maybe this is just evil person moment. Dude, I've apologized so much. I literally don't want to do it, but it's uncontrollable. I've tried to control it by telling him and friends to help prevent it. So how long is a $10 derail? I can't think of a derail, just curious. $10 would get you anything that's under an hour. So like some people do $10 just for me to watch like a clip. Sometimes they do it for me to watch like, you know, a 30-minute video, right? Like some people just the derail, if it's a clip, sometimes the derail just derails more into like not discussing the clip or like having a chat with the chat too. So it usually derails into longer derails, but a derail just goes to anything less than an hour.
and then herself before getting talked out of it by the aforementioned fan who covered the artist bill from earlier. YouTuber Black Wolf Company would cover this in his own video in January 2020, and he would even do some extra digging, such as figuring out that Madame never even called the police to begin with when the doxing first started. That same month, he would also get an update on the Onision lawsuit situation, showing that Madame never sent in any sort of lawsuit in the state of Washington at all, confirming that not only did she run off with the Patreon money, she's also batshit insane. This situation,
Well, yeah, I think
despite
I
being
got
on the more
that.
tamer side of things, given what else we've seen on this channel, was a massive catalyst for getting the RCC to work together to achieve the same goal, to call out a content creator that threatened the life of another. While no one expected her to completely ignite her career almost instantly and also be a scammer and legitimately
Oh, what the hell?
insane in
Why
the
did it
aftermath,
pause?
it brought people together feeling a sense of justice for ridding the community of one of the more problematic individuals within their ranks. The entire Madame drama would bring the community closer together, and so their influence in the general artist world would start to be felt outside of YouTube and onto other places such as Twitter. This would lead to the next big event in the rise of the community, one that happened just a year later. Antunes is a popular artist on YouTube with over 1 million subscribers.
I
best
know
known for
this
his Deathbed
one!
series,
I
where
think
he
I know this guy. Didn't he make like racist? He, dude, he made like racist animations where it's like it's about this like one Twitter user, and it's just like a fat black woman. It's really bad.
draws a bunch of characters from popular media properties on their last day alive. Despite the general weirdness of the series' premise, it would prove to be immensely popular on YouTube, getting millions upon millions of views on the website. It seemed that nothing was getting in the way of his success on the internet.
Yeah, Puppy
but
Chan,
of course,
Puppy
things would
Chan.
spice up a bit that led to one of the more insane stories within the RCC. Antunes had a bit of an edgy streak to himself that he kept under wraps on the internet, but he decided to
Wait,
give
hold
his
on,
hand
hold on. Wasn't Puppy Chan really retarded too? She was like some weird diaper baby freak. I'll be honest, all right? I'm just gonna be honest. Wasn't Puppy Chan like really into like diapers and like being a baby and like shit? Yeah, she was. Is he the guy that made pregnant Sonic and Eggman is the father who wants to get him an abortion? Maybe. Yes, she is a freak. Oh my god. This story is pretty funny. I actually like this one a lot. This Yes, Puppy Chan is an awesome diaper obsessed age regressing awesome girl. Hi, Duckbringer. In her diaper, bruh. Pup's gotta eat. Pups Gotta... Is that where Pups Gotta Eat came from? Wait a minute. That's where Pups Gotta Eat, right? That's where that came from. It's like a fat fucking furry animal and it's like eating. And it's like, Pups Gotta Eat. Yes.
Creating political comments on Twitter, such as this one showing his character Mr. Sneaks pretending to cover himself in oil to get easy money, with the Black Lives Matter slogan appearing above the crowd back in 2020. Obviously, this was poking fun at the Black Lives Matter movement.
We're looking at the
Art
ArtCC.
So after finding a bit of success with that comic,
the
he will
evils
continue this
of
edgy
the
political streak by
ArtCC.
making a handful more, including the newfound subject matter, with one even throwing identity politics into the mix for good measure. That comic will end up getting him banned on the comic subreddit page, but this newfound attention he was getting from these political productions will continue on with heavy implications throughout, garnering a small fan base of people who enjoyed his take on political comics. That aforementioned subreddit ban wasn't just a small thing, however, as it's known that the artist section of the internet tends to follow more liberal political
Yeah, we
ideals in
can
general.
look over
And so
the
while he
Puppy
was growing
Chin
his
stuff
personal
again
audience on his
if
Twitter
there's
page,
like
he
a
was
full
starting to get an
video
infamous
because I
reputation not
fucking
only on
love
Twitter, but
that
also on
that
Reddit, with his comics showing up in
drama.
multiple
It's so
different
awesome.
subreddits, such as the Vosh one, for example. This slowly growing infamy would eventually peak as on September 12th, 2020.
Yeah, what the hell? What the hell? Why? What the hell is going on here?
He would get into a random Twitter spat and mock someone's identity in an argument with him, in which a random user known by the name of Puppy Chan would chime in and say their own piece about the man for being an asshole to people online. Antunes wouldn't take kindly to this and would start to mock their art and messages for his followers to see, and Puppy Chan would clap back, not letting up on the man now that he was going after them. He would continue to mock Puppy Chan and their identity, showing that he wasn't going to let up anytime soon either. This pissy match would blow up on artist Twitter, with people now calling for YouTube to take down his channel for stuff that he caught himself up in, and this would all culminate in a video by Daft Peanut called Antunes, Racist Tracer, in which he obviously implies that he's racist while going over his past comics and the newfound evidence of him tracing art to make his videos. Well, Antunes would defend himself, saying he was just trying to get as close to the original properties as possible. Given the recent blow up against his character, people would only use it as more evidence that the man is a bad person through and through. He wouldn't help out his own case either, as when showing off the trailer to a fighting game he was making called Pill Fighter, one of the fighters they implemented was Puppy Chan themselves, with their attack continuing being shot at the player. It's already pretty tasteless and petty to include a person from
That's so evil, man. That's so evil. Dude. No. No. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know. Ever heard of Sam O'Nella? Salmonella? So awesome.
From like random internet beef in such a crude manner.
Stop,
When people
it's
started
so
to point out that Puppy
evil.
Chan was a 17-year-old at the time he made this, it went from crude and tasteless to just straight up plain wrong. It wouldn't get any better for the man, as YouTuber Izzy would upload a video showing that not only would Antunes falsely strike down a video made by rising YouTube star Prismate Luke, he would strike down that video we just saw earlier for containing 15 seconds of footage from his own channel, showing him obviously abusing YouTube's copyright system because they said mean things about him he didn't like. He also called her a pedophile a couple days prior, but took that back after speaking with her, so that didn't help him out either. He would also end up drawing YouTuber Just Stop getting spanked by his own character as a form of being edgy and abrasive in expected Antunes fashion, and the drama would pretty much end on October 15th, 2020, as Antunes wouldn't be seen on the site again for almost 3 whole years, coming back in summer 2023. Now, it's worth pointing out that there's more to the Antunes story, as there were multiple videos he made going over the situations again in 2021 and 2022, but this is an ArtCC video, not an Antunes video, and it would only be appropriate to cover further if this were the latter. That's not to mention, the Antunes drama was mainly an artist-centric story that happened back in 2020, a story that would be another case of the ArtCC coming together, as while Madame was a bit more mainstream in terms of the people who covered it,
Salmonella
the majority of the
Academy,
people who covered
it's a
the Antunes
channel.
situation were strictly from art communities on multiple websites like Twitter and Reddit, and the YouTubers who covered it were mostly in the same boat as well. Everything about the Antunes drama only bolstered their growing fan bases, and so everyone, especially the YouTubers who covered the situation criticizing the man, found themselves gaining rapid subscribers, and more importantly, a rapid increase of that sweet YouTube AdSense. When I say everyone
I think
who
I've
was in
seen this
community
before.
was profiting, I mean literally everyone. Every artist on Twitter, every Reddit account, every YouTuber making videos. This was quite literally the best time in the ArtCC's history to join the ranks and build your fan base. By this point, it seemed that the ArtCC was going to keep on growing and growing and become another staple in the YouTube scene to be specific. But just as things were starting to settle and form together, they started to fall apart quite literally within the very same time frame after their biggest victory on the site. Now, the Antunes stuff might have been a lot more cut and dry and rather short, to be honest. But the next situation was one that had
I don't think that I'll be honest. I think the art community on YouTube has always been like relatively like never really that good. Cause I don't really know why, right? I don't really know why. I don't really know why, but why is the art community so degenerate? In particular. Right? Like the art community for some reason is so degenerate. And I don't know why.
My banana puddle.
Within your Discord, very interesting.
Thank you for the $10, Hick Furry. Thank you for the 10.
Hey kids, I think we can all agree that there
We
are
had the
few
unlimited power to
pastimes
draw
more
boobs from a
grotesque
young
than
age.
competitive eating. The concept of a bunch of guys pushing their anatomy to its limits just for sport leaves a bad taste in my mouth in more ways than one. But imagine if
Dude,
these
why does
men
this sound like Cal? This sounds like Cal. Calora Vetla. What?
didn't adopt this habit just for fun. Imagine if some gross biological error forced them to eat like this for their entire life. Introducing Tarare. Tarare was born in France around 1772 to a poor farming family. It's
What the
said that his
fuck?
appetite was so voracious that, by his teens, Tarare could eat an entire quarter of a cow carcass in a single day. You'd think
What?
he'd be like mega obese, but no, he only weighed 100 pounds by age 17. However, there were still a few things that stood out about Tarare appearance-wise. For one, he had a huge, stretched-out mouth with horribly stained teeth. He could reportedly fit 12 eggs in his cheeks at once,
What?
much like a chipmunk keeping its chipmunk eggs warm. Additionally, when Tarare was full, he'd get a crazy Octomom gut going, and any other time he'd have a huge...
In a puddle.
Skip this shit, it's for Normie Gabos. Play this https
God damn it.
/youtube.be/ina_rq0gdw question mark c equals 3i1 pltkplq0-3b_p.
Well, we're gonna have to go from this back to this, then back to this. We're never gonna finish that 2-hour video. I am getting them up. Oh, dude, this is an awesome grooming sesh. I love that it lets you put the link in the thing, and it doesn't exceed like a character limit sometimes. Okay. Why does she look like that? What is her problem? Why is she looking around so confused? There's a monkey grooming you, dude. It only lets you put it in when you have the wrench. Oh, I see. She is for sure fucked that monkey. Are you sure? I thought it was going to rip her eyes out, not going to lie. I would not let a monkey put its... Listen, monkeys, they seem cool. I think they're awesome. I don't think I'd let it put a finger near my eye. But this guy's chill. This monkey's really chill. He's being really calm. He's grooming. I do like it. I do like a good groom. I like it. I like getting groomed. Chad, I did have a toe beans sighting, by the way. I had a toe beans sighting today. Yesterday's stream, evil Valorant players have some scary allegations, and all I see is toe beans. Toe beans 4. I love using Valorant to pick up e-girls. Daddy loves his kittens. Some fucked up shit, dude. Some real fucked up shit. Where's toe beans hiding? I don't know, dude. In fucking 4chan. He's so awesome. Dodongo, hello, Dodongo. Every villain is lemons. Who suggested this? You got a problem, Mater? Oh, her toes are actually kind of gross. I'm not... You kind of need some help, woman. Yeah, well, we were donated for this, Hater. Puddle donated for this. He derailed into monkey. Puddle derailed into grooming monkeys. You got a problem? Monkeys are amazing creatures. I can see why white women enjoy their company so much. I can too. It's kind of... He just did this to mog me. Okay, I'll be honest. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But either way, we're still going to get to the Tare guy. The guy with the big fucking gullet after eating big food. Big rotund gullet. I wish I had a monkey manicurist. He's being really precise. He is. He's being very kind and caring. Oh, he's checking out the ears. Okay. Dude, she's got to be all dolled up by now. This thing is going to town on her right now. Any white women in chat? Could you guys confirm if you'd go to town with a monkey? He's committed to his craft. He really is. Puddle destroys everything in his path. That is true. Puddle does not like it. I will admit, Puddle doesn't like it when people fuck around with Baby Bro. I'll admit. Not if I mop up all the puddles. How will he survive? That's a lot of puddles, man. I don't know. Big Aaron. By the way, hi, Big Aaron. Hi, Dodongo. I don't know if I ever said hi to you guys. It's nice of this African man to give this woman such a good mani-pedi. I know. I said a second ago to Dodongo, like, I would never let a monkey do this. Like, I'm worried a monkey's gonna freak the fuck out and start ripping my face off. Then I'd be pissed. I'd be fucking pissed. Oh, I'd be so pissed off, bro. I'd be so fucking pissed. I'd be so pissed if Monkey ripped my face off. That would be so fucking uncool. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Okay. Okay. Sorry, Chad. I was checking out memberships right now. I was checking out memberships. I think in the next, like, month, it'll be all people who are just paying for the $5. And the rest will be all lil babies. All lil babies. Hi to Solly, the worst monkey! This is weird. This is insanely retarded coming from a white woman. You would let this thing do whatever it wants to. $5, yes! He nice chimp, Nana Sali. That's true. He is nice chimp. You're a white woman. Embrace your culture and enjoy the chimp, dude. Will the chimp rape? Who is to say? Uh-oh, he's kind of getting worried. He might be onto something. I would be freaking the fuck out. Oh, God. Oh, is he going for the boobies? That's why she's sitting so still right now, hater. This woman is on the edge. Maybe she's like just doing this because she's like, hey, if I die today, I die today. And I don't care. Oh, he's like pulling on her mole thing. Oh, he booped her nose. What the hell? He just booped her nose. Open wide, hag.
My banana puddle.
The real https://youtube.be/xbecvec64s question mark c equals FUM 57 FWBNDZTPVZZ fuck you Nana Sali.
I love that it just reads out the whole link. I don't even completely forgot to do that. Here's the new Fat AIDS art. It's like she did it in, what is it called? Calico Critter style. And it's like Marcus, he's like in pain, he's scared, but then there's Big Puddle. There's Big Bro Puddle and he's ready to defend. Circle of protection. This is pretty fucking awesome art. It's pretty good. I can't lie. Do I get a free song now? Yeah, you can have a free song now, Fat AIDS Dog. You've made me art. Marcus. Hi, Master Mark. You care to enjoy some toenails and fingernails with mouth on that shit? He put his... he put his mouth... Oh, okay. Okay. No, it's okay. We can go back. We're almost done with this one, and then we'll be on to Hick Furry's video. Marcus, look at Marcus fur color in Aid's new art. I am white. It's like a cream color, all right? It's like a cream color. That's like my real skin, so it's perfect. I hope the next puddle you suck up is filled with parasites. It's not how I plan to spend my afternoon. Hey, listen. I'm cream color, yeah. I'm a creamy dog. I'm a cream colored dog. Oh, you're talking about like me in general? No, I'm white, Hater. I'm white. No cream, just white. Egg white. Eggshell white, if you will. That's true, Master Mark. It does look like dried cum, I'll be honest. Get up in there. Eggshell white. Creamy melon flavored dog. Very pale, baby, bro. Stop. I'm not that pale. I apologize, Puddle. I am currently, if we do end up having kids, it is gonna be race mixed, all right? It's gonna be mixed race children, all right? I don't know if that's something you guys are digging for gold. Hi, Tyler. What are we watching? We were derailed. He's going in for the boobs. We're watching a long chimpanzee grooming session. It's long. Hey, listen to Solly. We got more today, too. We got Minecraft as well. Because I'm going to show off the server to everybody to see, like, hey, would you guys rather have Cobblemon or Pixelmon? You guys get to choose after I play a little bit of each. I know several mixed race couples. It's excellent. Is this a mixed race couple? Technically, I guess I mixed species more like. It's more like mixed species than mixed race, but Solly is acting kind of acting like Babka right now. What the hell? What the hell? Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Gamma. Oh, wait. He's going in for the... Did he just boop his nose on her nose? Or was he going in for a kiss? Ah! He's going in! Do not say that. Oh, I'm not. DeSammy, no. Oh, he opened up the mouth. Oh. Babsali. I think he's a dentist. Hi, Kanga. Welcome in, Kanga. Welcome in. Went to the pet store. What'd you grab, Kanga? What'd you get? Oh my god, dude. Hold on, chat. Do I have to go meet the cats today? The little kittens? Oh, fuck me. Did I forget that today's the day? Oh. I actually take offense to that. Stop. Nana Sali is bad enough. Nana Sali is wholesome and kind. What is the chimp doing? It's grooming. It's grooming her. The chimp is grooming. Oh, ow. Ow, that would hurt. He's pulling at the hairs. What kittens? The live stream? I have... So, there's a person... I think that's a friend of a friend that has little kittens. I think I showed the little kittens before. And we said we wanted to go see them. Ah! That sneeze was not good. Oh, it made me brap too. That was a fucking god-awful sneeze. Oh. Oh. That was not... I want an orange cat? Well, I got some good news for you right here. Hold up. These are the 4 that we're gonna go meet today. We're gonna go meet the little meats. Each and every one of them with a good protein and calorie count. Puddle, you're evil today. I want them. We're gonna go meet them today. Listen, chat. I told her, I don't know, because, you know, I'm not 100%. I don't know how to feel about adoption because, you know, we did recently lose Latte. Obviously, we lost him like 2 months ago, which I just don't know if I want to move on from that. But I don't mind meeting little kittens. Monkey War. There's Sliggins. Monkey War. Monkey War. I'm ready for a new dog. Well, here's the thing. If I'm not mistaken, Master Mark, your dog lived to a very good age. And the really tough thing about when we lost Latte is that he's very young. Like, didn't live a very long life young. And it's like, it kind of hurts. It hurts a little bit. So it's a little harder to move on from that than I feel like, you know, a cat that lived a good long life, or a dog that lived a good long life. White women just want a black man to groom them. Shaking my head. A year and a half to be ready for another dog. Mine was almost 16. Yeah, Latte was only 2. So he was pretty young. But if we meet the little kittens, here's the thing. Here's how it's going to go, chat. If we meet the little kittens, if my wife cries for one of them, then it's kind of over. We have to get it. It's kind of over. If the wife cries, I mean, it's just how it's going to be. It's just how it's got to be. All right. Wait, what is this?
6'7", 269 pounds. Do you think Mutu could beat LeBron in a game to 21?
No. Nope. No. LeBron wins every time.
6'7", 269 pounds. One-on-one, right here. He's shorter than LeBron, but he weighs more, you know? Abilities, pressure, unnerve-hidden ability. All right, so he's got composure, psychic, yeah. He can anticipate moves and stuff like that.
No, it don't matter. Maybe. It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter, though, because Psychic is weak to Dark type. True. Psychic is weak to Dark type. You guys are forgetting. Psychic is weak to Dark. And what is LeBron? What is LeBron? I rest my case.
Looks at me might scare LeBron. LeBron might want to shoot nothing but jump shots. Might not want to come near. That could be a problem. And that long tail, you never know. Might strip him. Yeah, I can say that. It's a miracle. I'm not saying
my sunshine, my only sunshine.
It's possible. Let's go with that. at 6.
No, it's just not happening. All right. Another good look at the kittens. We did name the kittens. I forgot the names. Okay, so Mira wanted to be the black and white one. So Mira is the one on the right. Ellie is the one in the middle that's a little paler. Ellie is that one. And then Kalora Vetla. We said Cal, and not Cal, but Kalora Vetla is the one on the left, the grayish one. And then the orange one is Kanga. The orange one is Kanga. Kanga cat. Because Kanga has orange hair. No Hater mentioned, by the way. Hater, don't you already have a cat? Don't you already have a cat? Sliggins, why are you being all gay with me right now? Holy shit, wait a minute. That was such a fucking evil sneeze. That was my sneeze? That's what you guys heard? That's what you guys heard? That sneeze was not good. Oh, it made me brap too. That was a fucking god-awful sneeze. The sound is so good. The sound is so good. Psychic is weak to dark type. You guys are forgetting. Psychic is weak to dark. And what is LeBron? What is LeBron? I rest my case. Oh my god, dude. Sliggins is being fucking evil with me right now, Chad. It's getting a little scary in here. Yeah, Gamma isn't naming the cats like ever. I cannot believe Gamma's not going to name the cats after what we named the cats. I actually have a picture of what we named them. I kept the picture. Don't worry. I kept the picture. Where is it? Where is it? Kevin? Oh, Ellie was right here. So we already have Ellie. So this one is... Oh, no, wait. This one is Ellie as in... Yeah, Hater, you did have one named after you, fuck. Sage, Bubby, and Zach. And then the mom is Kato. You evil fuck. That is your fucking special name. No, these are Gamma. Gamma got 5 kittens. He got all 5 of these. He personally picked them out, handpicked. He actually handpicked these cats out and he adopted every single one of them. Get me in there. You're in there. You said you wanted Sage. You said you wanted to name one Sage. Does that say Kevin? It's Kevin. Yeah, we named it Kevin.
Huge flap of stretched out skin hanging around his waist.
Oh.
He also stank to high hell, even by 18th century French peasant standards. He was described as reeking, quote, to such a degree that he could not be endured within the distance of 20 paces. So between all this and his horrendous outhouse flooding dumps, his family had had enough. Alright, you're eating us out of house and home here. You gotta go, man. You heard me. Kick bricks, Froggy. Wow, he just called a French person a frog. That's so racist. No, it's not. They're all French. The guy just looks like a frog is all. Oh. Well, too late. I'm already offended. That's fair. Dislike. After leaving
Stupid froggers. Stupid froggers. To be honest here, let's be honest for just a second, right? Would it really matter if we were mean to French people? Does it really matter? I mean, come on. We got derailed into these, Abby. We're finishing up these videos, and then we'll go back to the RCC one. Dude, look, Sliggins said it too. I was right. I literally said this earlier. I was like, this guy sounds like Cal. And then Cal was like, I don't sound like this guy. And then here comes Sliggins coming in. Why does this guy sound like Cal?
Terraria was forced to beg and steal just to satisfy
To be fair,
his
British people
gargantuan
suck too, but I hate
Inevitably,
French
people
people.
began to take notice of him, and eventually he landed a job as a street performer in Paris. People would hand Terraria entire baskets of apples, eggs, and even wine corks, and watch in delight as he horked them down without the slightest hesitation. Normally this went off without a hitch, except for one time when he suffered a severe intestinal blockage. Fortunately, the crowd was kind enough to carry him to the hospital, where he was treated with the strongest laxatives the 18th century had to offer. I would draw what happened next, but it would probably get my channel deleted.
He shit is what he did. He fucking absolutely blew ass is what he did.
So let's
yeah.
just picture it for a few moments.
Oh, I'm picturing it. Yeah, I'm picturing
Moving
how
on,
much
cut to the
shit.
year 1792. This marks the beginning of the War of the First Coalition. Ever heard of it? Me neither. Who was in it? Fucking everyone. Anyway,
I don't
Terrari
give a
decided
fuck
to
if they
enlist
made
in the
Expedition
war.
33.
After all,
Fuck
maybe
the
that
French. I
profound
fucking hate
emptiness he
French
was feeling
people.
was just a lack of purpose in life. Turns out, no, he really was just psychotically hungry. Even after being granted quadruple rations, Terrari would still be digging through the trash pile whenever he got the chance. After suffering
He's so
extreme
hungry.
exhaustion, he was sent off to the military hospital in Souterrain. The staff there was so dumbfounded by the man's abilities that they decided to keep him.
Knox
there
is
to
the
run
one
a few
exception. Knox is the one
experiments, the first
exception.
of which involved putting Terrari in a room with a meal prepared for 15 people. Naturally, he ate the entire thing and immediately fell asleep. Next, they presented him with a raw eel. In response, Terrari crushed the eel's skull between his teeth before slurping down the entire.
What? This guy might be insane. This guy might be a fucking psychopath. What? He just sees a fucking live eel and just goes, oh, just squishes its skull between his teeth.
Creature in one go. Now, this is hair-clenchingly horrifying for a couple of reasons. Firstly, he put a whole frickin' eel in his stomach, but secondly, there had to be some point during digestion where the meat was gone but the bones still remained. Now, for those of you who don't know, an eel skeleton looks like this. That means Terrari had all of those needle-sized ribs stabbing into the walls of his stomach at once, and he was fine. He also ripped a live cat apart with his bare hands, drank its blood, and ate everything.
What? Okay, wait a minute. Okay, hear me out. This guy's fucked up. I don't know if I like that. Oh. What am Marchiga gonna do for some eel dick? What?
Everything but its bones, and then later gagged up the fur and skin like an owl, but
What?
that's neither here nor there. After reviewing our data, I've come to the scientific conclusion that, yeah, we got a goddamn demon on our hands. But as we all know, with great devour comes great responsibility. Since Terrari was still technically enlisted, the military decided to utilize his abilities for the greater good.
Exactly,
Hey, Terrari,
Hater.
it's
You
me,
can't
the
ban
General.
Gamma.
Listen, could you eat this box with a note in it for me? If you do it, we'll give you a wheelbarrow full of bull organs. Lo and behold, 2 days later, he passed the container in mint condition and was given his reward
3 different people just banned Gamma.
as promised. With this proof of concept, they made him an official spy and sent him into Prussia with a document in his belly to be delivered to an imprisoned French colonel. Unfortunately, there are a couple things Terrari couldn't do that are generally important when sneaking into another
Listen,
country.
Gamma, we
A,
can't
he
do
couldn't
that.
speak
We have a
German,
video
and
we gotta
B,
watch.
It's pretty hard to maintain a low profile when you're running around like a madman, wolfing down garbage and mutilating small animals. So he ended up being captured by the enemy. Initially, he kept his mouth shut, for once, but after a whipping and a day in jail, Terrari gave in. After confessing that he did, in fact, have vital intelligence snaking its way through his GI tract, the Prussians chained him to a latrine until the box emerged 30 hours later. The note wasn't actually anything important, so they just mock executed him, gave him a severe beating, and sent him on his way. After all that, Terrari returned to life at the hospital, desperate for a cure for his condition, but nothing they ever tried worked. Meanwhile, the man's endless hunger continued to get him into all sorts of trouble. He'd often sneak out of the hospital to eat the scraps behind the local butcher and fight stray dogs in the alley for their precious garbage.
This
He'd
guy
also
is a
seek out
goddamn-
patients undergoing bloodletting in order.
What? This guy's a fucking menace. What the fuck? Don't hide Gamma. Fuck. God damn it. Don't hide Gamma. This guy is a menace. He drank patients' blood and fought dogs like an animal. This guy's insane.
To take all their life juice for himself. On several occasions, he was even caught attempting to eat bodies in the mortuary. But at this point in my research, I was so desensitized to this guy that I didn't even bat an eye when I first read that. I was just like, all right, guess he must have
Dude,
been
wait,
hungry.
this guy would win in Mortuary Assistant. This guy would win. He would just eat the bodies. He wouldn't even give a fuck. He would just eat the bodies. This guy is so fucking... He's just a patriot.
Anyway, the hospital staff begrudgingly tolerated Terrari's buffoonery until one day when he went too far. Well, Terrari, you've only had 3 mess hall raids, 4 miscellaneous trash-related mishaps, and 1 cadaver defiling. So I'd say, so far, this week's been pretty good. Doctor, we should probably inform you that a 14-month-old child has gone missing from their room.
Oh my god.
Terrari, look at me. Did you eat a fucking baby? Terare was promptly kicked out of the hospital and spent 4 years out and about doing, whatever horrific shit you can imagine. When he came back, he was suffering from advanced tuberculosis and died.
This guy ate a baby. Oh. oh. Like a buffet.
Shortly after arrival. During his autopsy, the surgeons found that when they looked into his mouth, they could see all the way down his throat and into his stomach cavity. As you can imagine, his whole abdominal region was profoundly deformed. Basically, if this is a normal human, this is what they found inside Terare. Just like the man's mind, we can see that around 90% is devoted towards food and 10% towards everything else. So, moral of the story here is that no, you know what? Not even I can find anything resembling a moral here. Not all stories have a point to them. Sometimes they're just sad and disgusting from beginning to end.
Dude.
And now a word from our sponsor. As you can probably tell, I'm a very visual person when it comes to
sponsor. Yeah, we're not taking any sponsors. Okay, that was the end. Yeah, it's just rest of it is sponsors. Hey, we're not taking any sponsors today. Here, let's get a little sneeze in. Baby tastes like chicken. Wait, chicken, chicken, Jackie. True. That is so true. He eats the baby. Chicken Jackie. Whoa. Oh yeah. I have a feeling she's gonna really like the little black and white one though. She's gonna like the little black and white one. She's gonna like the one on the left. She's gonna like Calora Vetla. She's gonna like those ones. She likes all cats though, so I mean, to be fair, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't even know, man. That guy was insane. I thought that was me. Yeah, you're the little black and white one, Mira. You're the black and white one. You're Mira. This is Mira, the black and white one, and then the far left one is Calora Vetla. You're the little bandit kitty, and then Ellie is the pale one. Kanga is the ginger one, and then Calora Vetla is the left one.
Had months of buildup before it turned into a shit show that led to a massive rabbit hole that even in hindsight is still insane to think about. Toby Majestic was a newcomer
I'm not
to the
getting
art
all
scene
of
at
them.
the time, making her presence known in June 2020 when she released a video called The Fault of Creepshow Art, also known as Shannon. A 30-minute
is this
dive into
Creepshow art?
issues with arguably one of the most popular artists in the community. These range from more
Who the fuck is Toby Majestic? I know Hopeless Peaches. I know Creepshow Art. Who the fuck is Toby Majestic?
tamer things like constantly fighting online with people on Twitter to more serious ones like Shannon saying that people are spreading
Let's
around
just
child
get all of
they
them.
indeed were not.
Now, in this tweet, apparently all she's saying is she literally just said that they
Who's the
spread around
woman?
sex.
Who's the whore?
But she did not say in her video.
Revenge porn. His
Oh,
sex,
it's
his nudes,
the
revenge
woman.
porn was
It's the
posted
woman. It's
by,
Toby.
And then retweeted by Shea Coulee and Ariel Versace. Revenge porn. His sex, his nudes.
And then after that, he said that she stopped replying.
The video was seen in a positive light due to Toby being blunt with her criticisms against
That
the
is
woman,
kind of a gay
and Shannon
name,
would respond
Dodongo.
herself just a few days later to address what was said. The video itself ain't exactly groundbreaking. She talks about her agreements and disagreements and says she'll try to become better at covering subjects like any typical response video would be. This will lead to a bunch of people going to Toby's channel now that she was one of the fastest risers in the community in a while. Now, just as fast as Toby's rise in the community was, she was already finding herself in her own controversy just mere weeks into her newfound career, as one day she would upload a video ranting about drama channels for being extremely nitpicky and hypercritical.
Majestic.
I'm
True,
done.
Toby
I'm
Majestic.
sick and tired of commentary channels and drama channels that severely hyper-criticize and pick apart every single little thing that somebody does online, even though they know themselves as creators that there is shit that goes on behind closed doors that the public does not know about for a reason. They
Is this
take apart
Toby?
anybody's statement and they reword it conveniently to fit their narrative. And I'm done. I'm done.
While she wasn't wrong about this being prevalent on that side of the internet, she would end up shooting herself in the foot by stating that she was a fan of Shane Dawson, Gabby Hanna, and PewDiePie, 3 content creators that are seen in a negative light on that side of the internet.
I support Shane Dawson. I've been a fan of his ever since 2010. I've been a fan.
I've been PewDiePie. What the? Why do? Okay, dude, I'm so tired of the PewDiePie hate. I really don't get it. He said the N-word once. It was funny as fuck. Who gives a shit? He said the N-word once, and he made like a Nazi joke. Come on now. Why do we still hate PewDiePie? What the fuck? Why? That's it. I'm dropping a doc on Toe Beans. Oh, hell yeah. We're dropping docs on Toe Beans. Get him. Get him. I'm pretty sure PewDiePie is whatever to me. He was featured on South Park, which is epic. I grew up on some PewDiePie, and I loved PewDiePie, but like the drama that surrounds PewDiePie is it's such a massive nothing burger. All of it is nothing burgers. Yet it's so hyper inflated to be this really evil thing that it's not. It's inflated to be this like thing that it really isn't. Barrels. PewDiePie is like the only YouTuber that grew up the right way. Not some fake iDub shit. That's true. Because now he's like fucking, he mogs. He just mogs now. Like he's married, he has a kid, he's living where he wants to live, he's living the life. Stefano! PewDiePie draws better than Hater? Damn, Hater. God damn.
Fan of PewDiePie. Even when he had the video where he said death to all Jews, I'm still a supporter. I'm Floor Gang for life. Floor Gang for life. I love Gabby Hanna.
Okay. Gabby Hanna's okay. You're a fan of Gabby Hanna? Fuck you. That conniving, stupid whore. That is a conniving, stupid, dumb whore. Is what Gabby Hanna is, okay? I'll just put it bluntly.
It's messed up, and her anger problems in the past have definitely been an issue. But I still think she's a good person.
This would immediately get people on her case as they did not like her defending those 3 people whilst complaining about it being drama. And soon a thread about her was made on the website lolcow.farm. Within the very first 5 posts, someone would find old Shota art Toby drew of a 16-year-old anime character in BDSM gear and tagged with NSFW tags in her alt Twitter account.
Like, dude, lumping Shane and Gabby Hanna in the same boat as PewDiePie just actually pisses me off. It's like when you go on Twitter and you see people like, they'll literally put like 4 different YouTubers and they'll be like, find the difference, and it'll be like 3 pedophiles and PewDiePie. And it's like, what do you know what I mean? Like, what, or like they'd be like, who would you pick to save? And then half the comments would be like, oh, I fucking hate PewDiePie. I fucking hate him. And it's like, what do you, there's 3 child predators on there and then a normal dude. Like, bro, they like lump him in the same argument as like actual predators. It's retarded.
Attention to it. Given the character is a minor, this wasn't a good look.
Oh, hit him harder. Boku no Hero Academia. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Tagged with yaoi. Hard. BDSM. Yikes. Yikes. Now, Marcus, we all know PewDiePie groomed his wife. True. Kind of like me. I did that. Sliggins, if you're in call with Cal right now, let him know that he sounds just like that Sam guy.
Respond to it saying it's not sexual and he's aged up in a pic, so it's all good whilst being catty to the person criticizing her. However, in an argument with someone about another artist who was under fire for drawing underage people in SFW ways, she would notably tell them to point out stuff she's done that's worse than drawing CP, which implies she said herself she drew CP. She'd also start threatening people involved in the drama, which while there's debate if the person she was talking to was a freak or not, it just came off as super petty to
I thought it was overblown. It is overblown. It still is.
Her alt Twitter account is for her.
It still is overblown. That's the whole point. It's one of the most like I think it's one of the most overblown situations that I've personally ever seen. Because like I said, yes, like you can criticize PewDiePie for maybe making like a little bit too far jokes, right? Like sure. Maybe the fuck like death to all Jews joke, maybe that's a little too far, right? But like, dude, you know, we give passes to YouTubers nowadays, but people will not give PewDiePie a pass whatsoever. It's so retarded.
For sex work life and try to call out people for leaking it. Yeah, it was public on the site already, so it was just more semantical twisting to fit her narrative.
I love seeing white women BLM in their bio name. I know, it's fucking awesome.
Online, only for people to mention it was her who threatened him on the same account as well.
White women with BLM in their bio makes me like giggle.
Just start being catty with pretty much anyone and everyone that said anything that slightly irked her, with people learning her personality is really childish, overly emotional, and very reactive.
How the MCU
this would
is
become
overrated.
much more obvious on her YouTube channel, as she would upload a video talking about her dog that recently passed, in which after she's done reminiscing about him, she would drop pedo accusations at the end of the video, showing just how emotionally driven of a person
Cinematic
she
Universe?
is.
Ben Lou's a file on Twitter who draws underage characters. Some of them he ages up, like physically, but a lot he doesn't, which shows that he actively chose not to do it. He also has a revolving door of maps that follow him on Twitter. He also follows other maps on Twitter too, which is great. Hey Ben, you don't want to be called a pedophile. Don't draw underage-looking children, people. It's pretty obvious not to do that. But like technically,
Mama Max score. This is literally Mama Max.
Technically, they're like drawn, so it like doesn't matter. Sorry, you. Child porn is children, drawn or otherwise. Don't bring up a definition. Doesn't matter. Sorry, if you're drawing a child in a sexually explicit way, I'm putting it under child. So, you know, suck my balls. I don't give a shit. Trent, I was also gonna do a video on him. Don't worry about it. It's just a stupid little bitch.
Listen, I agree that I think CP can apply to things of drawn children, but there's also a way that you have to understand that you can't label other people. I don't know if she's labeling people pedophiles yet, but like, you also have to be careful, because I don't think just because someone draws, like, say, you know, like a lolly or something, it doesn't inherently mean that they're like a pedophile, right? My entire argument when it comes to the lolly stuff is more like, if you're somebody who engages deeply within the lolicon community, and you're the type of porn you jerk off to all the time is literal, you know, children being drawn sexually, then yeah, I'm going to label you a pedophile. You're a pedophile. But as I've said before, like, if you're somebody who, like, what, jerks off to anime shit, and you might have accidentally jerked off to, like, a big boobied, like, this turns out this character's 17 or 16. Like, no, you're not a fucking pedophile, right? Or, like, if you draw, like, a character, and technically the character's, like, a 17-year-old in the anime or something, but, like, it's clear as day the art that you're drawing is not, like, evil, fucked up fucking porn or whatever, then it's, like, I'm not gonna call you a fucking pedophile. And I'm not gonna call it, like, child porn. I think specific lolicon art is child porn. Is what I would say. But I think PETAs are a very specific breed. Shouldn't be looking at porn, shouldn't be jerking off. Bad for you. True, I guess. Keep in mind, artists get commissions like that. They get loads of money. That is true. That is true. Artists do get commissions like that all the time. I do think that artists should have morals. I think artists should say no. I think you can come to a conclusion that artists should not say yes to specific drawings and should hold themselves to a standard. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I do think artists should hold themselves to a standard. I get that there's money on the table, but, you know, if someone's asking you to draw porn of, like, a minor, I would probably say no. Well, hater, as long as you're not drawing the 15, 17-year-old being, like, fucking raped by tentacles, I don't really care if you draw, like, a 15, 17-year-old, right? But I'm pointing towards more, like, actual, like, lolicon art, because the word lolly and, like, the word lolicon and lolly are two different things. Like, lolly is just the word used to describe, like, a anime girl, and the art could simply just be like an anime girl fully clothed and she looks fine. It's not like evil to look at art like that. But lolicon is more like, when we talk about people who are in lolicon is like a community of people who look for a specific type of lolly, right? That's what lolicon is. So it's like, they're not seeking like regular drawings of like a regular anime girl drawn specifically and they look like a kid. We're talking like little kids being raped by like a tentacle or being raped by a grown adult or something. That's pedophilic. That's very pedophilic. I also prefer drawn. What if I draw Marcus dog getting raped by tentacles? I mean, that's just, whoa. I was making a joke. Well, I mean, hater, I didn't realize that. First of all, I didn't realize that. Second of all, if you did draw 15, 17-year-olds, I wouldn't give a fuck as long as they're like normal, you know? but I mean, it's like I said, like an artist should have some standards. I do think artists should have some standards. Draw Cunny Hamster Jimbo now. Can someone do that? There is no remedy for pedophiles, at least from what my knowledge, I don't think. 50 Shades of Marcus. I don't know if con translates to that. I don't know if it does. I think lolicon is more just the word to use to describe a community more. Yeah, lolicon is a term derived from Japanese phrase Lolita complex and refers to a genre of manga, anime, or artwork depicting young or young-looking characters, typically girls, in sexual manners. Right? So, like, when we say, like, lolly, like, it could be literally anything. But I could be wrong. Lolly could possibly just be a shortened term. I could be wrong. Lollies are degens? Yes, I do agree. I think people who are part of lolicon stuff are degens. Regardless of whether or not people believe they're pedophiles or not, I think we should be able to come to the conclusion that I think lolicons are evil degens and they shouldn't be, you know, enticed or talked to or, you know, I don't know. I don't know how to put it. Well, Anya from Spy Family isn't. If we're going off of the definition here, and I could be wrong, like I said, either lolly could just mean little girl, or lolly could also mean the porn aspect. If that's the case, if it does mean the porn aspect as well, Anya isn't lolly. She's just an anime character, but there are lolicons who turn her into lolly porn, which is fucked up and evil, and you shouldn't do that. Unironically, lolly is just normal anime child girl. Yeah, if lolly is just straight up, like, it just means little girl, then it would probably just refer to, like, straight up just like, oh, here's a lolly. It's a little kid, right? Yeah, lolly comes from the Lolita, the book term. Yeah, from the book. I've never read that book, but I was told the book is like, it's about a guy, right? A guy who falls in love with his... Does he fall in love with his new wife's daughter or something? It's fucking evil. It's fucking evil. It's his neighbor, I believe. Oh, it's his neighbor. It's his neighbor. Okay. It's his neighbor. That's what I was wondering. I couldn't remember if it was the neighbor's kid or if it was his kid. Babka loves books. Oh, dude, Babka would love this story. She would absolutely, she'd love this. Babka thinks it's a good book. Well, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Lolita made specifically to show, like, the negatives of, like, not lolicon, sorry. The negatives of, like, pedophilia, but people took it in a way of, like, oh no, this guy's just fetishizing, like, children. Japanese popular culture, lolly, or specifically lolicon, refers to a genre of media featuring young or young-looking girl presented in sexual, suggestive, or erotic manner. Lolita is a book about the POV of the guy who falls in love with the daughter of the woman's place he's renting a room in. I see. There's a really great video on the book from the channel called Horses on YouTube. I know about the book. Well, let's not get sidetracked. Let's not get sidetracked, Gabby. Listen. Let's not get too sidetracked, okay? That might be a little too evil, all right? Might be a little too evil.
Even though he loves to stab people in the back because he's a fucking little beta.
It's a very misunderstood book. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the book is not actually, like, bad. Like, hater, I don't think you understand. The book was not written specifically to just be like a porn book. It's written in a way to portray, like, the negatives of pedophilia. That's the point of the book, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure the book's creation was for that reason. It's not like a porn book. It's like, it's meant to disgust you. It's meant to make you be like, oh, gross, right? Like, this is fucked up. You know what I mean? It just makes me uncomfortable. That's fine. We're not going to go over the book. It's fine. It's a book that doesn't glorify pedophilia, but if you have an attraction to it, you won't see the negatives. That's evil.
It was seen as very unhinged for Toby to go from...
We're not going to talk about Lolita, all right? We're not going to talk about Lolita, Abby, okay?
Her dog to immediately schizo ranting about Twitter drama in the same video. And so people start to make videos criticizing her and her actions, such as Kai Weiss. All this drama will lead to her making a video called It's Still Wrong If It's Drawn, which instead of putting a well thought out
It's a very
argument
hard
about
read. Yeah, that's
NSFW
what I
drawings
heard.
of children being bad, she just rages at the camera for 3 minutes, coming off like a completely unhinged weirdo.
At this point, I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with the stupid constant thing where people feel overly compelled to try to defend these disgusting fucking perverts who draw CP. Let's all call it what it really fucking is. Don't even try to be like, technically, no.
You have to be
No.
very
It
specific.
doesn't help by this point that everyone
I agree. Listen, I agree with you, Toby, but you have to be specific. You can't just call every single fucking anime drawing of a goddamn minor like CP. It's gotta. I agree, but we're talking like the actual child drawn porn, not like the fucking beat around the bush. You can barely tell if this thing is a fucking minor or not. Shit, right? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fucking. You know, we're talking Shadman. We're talking the Shadman shit. All right? We're talking like Shadman shit where it's like, okay, this is obviously CP.
Everyone knew about her past drawing an NSFW image of an underage anime character. So people start to call her a hypocrite alongside being a childish, unhinged person whose personality was very grating, to put it lightly. This would all culminate in a video by YouTuber Omnia featuring Kai Weiss, their lover at the time, in which they would
I've
both
heard of
criticize
Omnia.
Toby for all the reasons.
I've heard Omnia. Did Omnia date somebody at one point? Omnia sounds very familiar. Omnia sounds like a person that might have dated somebody.